right now. And I mean literally, as you watch this, a package is strapped to a machine hovering over some quiet American suburb. No pilot, no hands on the controls. And here's the kicker. It was legally stuck on a leash for years until the FAA granted Amazon custom approvals to fly fully autonomously. Amazon just confirmed drone delivery is expanding to nearly 500 cities. And if you're sitting there thinking that's just a shipping upgrade, you are fundamentally missing the real story. This is the funeral for ground delivery as an industry. Every delivery driver, every last-mile route, every truck-based logistics job, all of it is about to get restructured by an 83-pound aircraft that flies itself. The FAA hasn't even finished writing a universal industry rulebook, but Amazon is scaling rapidly using specific federal exemptions. Once 500 cities go live, there is no putting this back in the bottle. This isn't a product launch. This is the last mile of delivery getting permanently rewritten, and most people have absolutely no idea it's already happening. So, how does Amazon actually pull this off? It starts with the aircraft itself. The Mk-30 delivery drone is the operational backbone here, and it was engineered specifically to kill the noise and safety complaints that buried earlier iterations. Forget the fixed-wing hybrids from the initial testing phase. The Mk-30 employs a hybrid VTOL design, a multi-rotor configuration for vertical lift, transitioning into fixed-wing cruise mode for superior range and efficiency. FAA documents classify it as a tail-sitter eVTOL, carrying up to 5 pounds of cargo. That design shift prioritizes vertical lift stability, letting the aircraft punch through the turbulent microclimates common in dense suburban environments. And Amazon specs these units to operate in light rain and moderate wind, a critical technical hurdle that has historically grounded entire commercial drone fleets. The logistics framework bolts a hub-and-spoke system directly into existing fulfillment centers and specialized same-day delivery sites. The headline promise? Delivery in as fast as 30 minutes for items under 5 pounds, with most orders arriving approximately 60 minutes after checkout. And the data point that should terrify ground logistics. The vast majority of products sold on Amazon fall squarely within that weight class. Ground transport variables get eliminated entirely. The drone ascends to a cruising altitude under the FAA's 400-foot ceiling and cruises at roughly 60 to 75 miles per hour. That's shared airspace with general aviation helicopters and a rapidly growing swarm of commercial drone operators. Dense, crowded, accelerating. Now, regulation is where this gets genuinely complicated. Mass deployment demands FAA approval for beyond visual line of sight operations, meaning the drone flies fully autonomously with zero human eyes tracking it from the ground. Amazon's answer is a proprietary detect and avoid system. Onboard cameras, radar, and LiDAR process real-time data to identify power lines, birds, unexpected aircraft. Conflict detected? The flight computer reroutes or executes a controlled descent to a pre-mapped safe landing zone. No drama, no human intervention. Public discourse has zeroed in on safety, and understandably so. Testing phases produced hard landings and one fire incident at an Oregon facility involving an earlier Mk-27-2 prototype. Amazon frames these as necessary data points in iterative design, arguing autonomous flight demands real-world stress testing beyond simulation. Aviation safety experts counter that drone failure rates must be orders of magnitude lower than delivery vans because a malfunction occurs directly above pedestrian traffic. Amazon mitigates by prioritizing flight paths over roadways, canals, and backyards, steering clear of human density wherever possible. The infrastructure layer is where this gets genuinely fascinating. Sustaining 500 cities requires a sophisticated low-altitude traffic management software stack. Amazon is integrating providers like ANRAY Technologies to coordinate airspace by fusing weather forecasts, no-fly zone data, and live telemetry from every active drone in a region. No single flight plan is static. One drone detects sudden wind shear. That data broadcasts instantly across the mesh network, and trailing aircraft recalculate their routes to dodge the unstable air pocket. This software layer is arguably more critical to the expansion than the physical hardware. It is solving the last-mile complexity of low-altitude airspace management in real time. Consumer side, the fulfillment flow transforms completely. You place an order. The algorithm decides air or ground based on current weather, airspace congestion, and package geometry. Air delivery selected. The package routes to a launch pad, gets weighed, and is matched with a drone whose battery charge has been topped to the minimum round-trip threshold. Vertical takeoff, no runway needed. At the destination, the drone descends, hovers roughly 12 feet above your lawn, and releases the package straight down into your target drop zone. No landing on your sloped driveway. No risk to your parked car. But as viral videos show, when packages bounce into swimming pools or smash on impact, this untethered drop system is still very much a work in progress. Scaling to 500 cities implies manufacturing and maintenance at a level Amazon hasn't publicly disclosed. Supply chain analysts estimate tens of thousands of active aircraft to sustain availability across that geographic footprint, factoring maintenance downtime and battery swap cycles. Lithium-polymer cells degrade after hundreds of charge cycles, demanding constant rotation. 500 cities means not just launch pads. It means repair bays, high-capacity charging arrays, and peak demand handling through holiday shopping windows. Online reactions split sharply. Optimists see fewer delivery vans, less curbside congestion. Skeptics point to collision investigations and question whether the FAA's current staffing can oversee this pace without gutting safety audits. The truth is the rollout will be iterative. Cities activate only after local airspace assessments and community notices are filed. Amazon frames this as gradual layering over the existing ground network, not a single switch being flipped. Federal law still forbids flight over moving vehicles and heavily populated areas without specific waivers. Success hinges entirely on whether Amazon's autonomous systems can compile a safety record convincing enough to loosen those restrictions. Given the FAA's historically cautious pace, the real question isn't whether Amazon can build the tech. It's whether the regulator can keep up. Thank you so much for watching this deep dive into Amazon's drone delivery expansion. If this analysis hit different for you, smash that like button, subscribe to Tech Market Pulse, and turn on notifications so you never miss an update on the future of technology. I'll see you in the next one.